Hello my friends, this is Bill Miguel Costa. Today I'm here to talk about the prototype that I made for the Red One camera that allows me to install these Red Epic mounts. This is the titanium EOS mount that I normally use on my Red Dragon. This is the PL titanium mount, and of course this is my prototype. This is a Sony Minolta. It was a Sony Minolta 2 Micro Four Thirds adapter. Then this part was machined, and also this part was machined to fit. We have 5 screws under this black tape. It's a black paper tape, and this allows me to use this Minolta glass that is really amazing. So this goes in here, and I'll try to fix that. And red dot with the red dot. Okay. And the most amazing part of this prototype, I can use it on the Red One, I can use it on the Red Dragon. And why is it so amazing? I will show you. You know, this kind of lenses that is on this EOS 1DC, this kind of lenses, they don't have manual aperture. So if you mount this lens on a passive mount adapter, you have no possibility to change the aperture of the lens. But the Sony Minolta lenses, even the newest ones, like the ones I have not in here. Nope. Let's check. Yeah, I have the 51.4. I have another 51.4, and I have this macro 100 2.4, and of course the Blackmagic Pocket mini studio that I use to record an iPad output. These lenses, this is new designs, new lenses, but these lenses can be also, let me check just a little. Yeah, I can use this not to scratch my lenses. So what the important part of this adapter is, you can, I'll show you, you can control the aperture, opening and closing. And why is that possible? Because the Sony Minolta system that I have here, yeah, they died. It will allows me to, you know, the Sony Minolta, the aperture are controlled electronically, but the order comes from the machine to actuate this little pin that you saw in here. In this case, this, if you see this Sony A mount to E mount adapter as that connector, that mechanical actuator that I was talking about. As you can see on these modern lenses, this is a Sony 51.4, is the sharpest lens that I ever saw. It's very sharp at 1.4. If you can see in here, we also have the mechanical pin. So if, for instance, if I grab this lens in here and click it. As you can see, I will be able to control the aperture. Full open. Now I'll start to close. So this adapter that I can use on the Red Dragon and on the Red one will allow me to use Hay-mount Sony lenses on the Red cameras. But as you can see, I have this red titanium EOS mount. I must tie it loose and open. But the connectors, they will not affect anything on the lenses because this camera doesn't control. So this Red Dragon EOS mount is like on the Red Dragon is an active control. It can control focus and can control aperture. On this case, it's like a passive mount. It doesn't control anything. In this case, I use any Canon mount, any Sony mount, and what I do to use these lenses is a 17 to 40 f1.4. What I do is simple. I grab some camera, can be a Sony with a Canon mount adapter, can be a Canon. What I do, I turn on the camera, I set the aperture to f5.6. I like to shoot outdoor at 5.6, and while holding up this button is configured as the aperture preview. As you can see, oh man, it's shaky. Why? I did a lunge. So you can see the aperture. So while holding the button, I will remove the lens, because if I remove the lens, despite of having f5.6, the lens is full aperture at f4. So I will press the aperture button, I will squeeze the button f5.6, and the blades, they were set at, even I removed the lens of the camera, now the lens is closed at 5.6. Now I can put it in here. I can tighten the lens. I have the full focus system, cameras, lenses. Yeah, on this little plain soft spot. So on this case, as this is a 77 millimeters, I will tighten an adapter from 77 to 82. Normally I do all this on the ground because I don't want anything falling into the ground. And now I have the lens set to f5.6, and I have my Oya variable ND filter that I normally put some 5 stops. With the lens close to f5.6, I can achieve a good exposure in the camera. Remember, this red one is this as a great image, but you need to expose correctly. And normally, if you don't even want to do color grading, you just set it up to red color 3, and the colors that comes out of the camera are simply amazing. Today I will go out to a place near the beach to do some image that I will post for you to see how this Red One camera with this Canon mount. By the way, I will show you something very interesting. The sensor. What is this sensor is unique sensor. The the Red One has a unique sensor. It's not 4K. It's not normal 4K. It's not normal DCI 4K. This is 4.5K. And why? Because this camera has a natural anamorphic aspect ratio on the sensor. So the sensor by itself has a ratio of 2.33. It's almost a 2.35. That is the anamorphic aspect ratio. So if you shoot on this camera open gate, that means that you are using all the sensor. The size of the width, it's like 4,400 and something pixels by I think is 1,920, and you end up with a true anamorphic aspect ratio without cropping, without doing anything. So if you like this video, please subscribe, pay attention, because I will post image from this camera with this lens, with this oil filter. I'm using a cradle where I record into the SSD that goes straight with these cables. This is the power cable and this is the hard drive cable. I don't use this CF cards, so I use direct SSD from Red. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.